This is my top 10 heavyweight rankings right now. Now, the Ring Magazine did their rankings and it was absolutely shocking because they've got Tyson Fury as number 1, but Tyson Fury is retired. Unbelievable. So I'm going to give you my list. I want you to get in the comment section and let me know what you think about my list, but also put your list in the comment section because I am interested to know what you guys think and how you guys rank current heavyweights. Number 10 on my list, Moses Itama. I think Itama deserves to be there. Good win against Dillian Whyte. He is building and I think he's quite high in the WBA rankings as well. So look, I think he deserves to be there. I expect Itama to have tougher fights going forward because I think that is the only way he's going to learn. But so far so good and I'm not mad at Itama being number 10. Number 9 on the list, Martin Bakole. Look, it is quite contentious with Martin Bakole being number 9 because his last fight against Efe Ajagba, you have the argument that he lost that fight. He was lethargic, he was plodding, he was not inspiring, he didn't put up the best performance that you expect from a Martin Bakole. So it was quite disappointing. And then he lost to Joseph Parker before that in a fight where he just got off the couch and really came to lie down and came to earn some money. But I think that his win against Jared Anderson was a very, very good win and therefore has earned him the spot at number 9. And I think that he needs to have a very good performance in his next fight. Otherwise, he's not going to be in the rankings any longer. So Martin Bakole, number 9 on the rankings, is something that I'm absolutely fine with. Number 8 on my list is Anthony Joshua. Now, one thing that I do not understand is why Anthony Joshua is not in the Ring Magazine rankings. Now, if you guys know the thinking behind this, if you understand why Joshua is not in the Ring Magazine rankings, please get in the comment section and let me know because I think Joshua has deserved to be in the ranking. I mean, they've got Tyson Fury who is retired in the rankings. And then Joshua, who is not retired, is not in the rankings. I don't get it. Yes, Joshua lost to Daniel Dubois at Wembley in a devastating loss. But before that, Joshua had pretty good wins. He was on form. He looked like he was rejuvenated. But of course, hindsight is a beautiful thing. He's not the same fighter that he was a few years ago. And Daniel Dubois really exposed that. But I think Joshua has done enough to be in the rankings, and at least at number 8, I think he definitely deserves to be there with all the things that he's done recently in boxing. Absolutely. Number 7 on the list, Zhilei Zhang. Now look, I was debating whether to put Zhilei Zhang way up the list because he hasn't been active. The last time he lost to Joseph Parker, he didn't look good, but I think his wins against Deontay Wilder stands him in good stead, and I think that, he definitely has to be in the rankings because he's still active. I think he's going to come back for a few fights. We will see how that plays out. But I was really debating on that one because I don't think he's been really active as much as he should be. But I'm not mad at him being at number 7. Number 6 on the list, Filip Hrgović. Look, Filip Hrgović I think is definitely deserving to be on the list because recently he beat David Adlaya. I think David Adlaya is British level at best. He gave Filip Hrgović a very good fight. It was competitive. In the end, Filip Hrgović is the experienced, much better fighter, and that showed on the night. And I think that, he's had some pretty good wins before that. A very competitive fight with Daniel Dubois until his eye got closed, and he lost that fight. So I think he's definitely deserving to be number 6 on the list. Number 5 on the list, Daniel Dubois. Look, yes, Dubois very recently was number 2 on the list, but has fallen all the way to number 5 due to his loss against Oleksandr Usyk at Wembley. Before that, Dubois had an incredible run of beating the likes of Filip Hrgović, Anthony Joshua. So look, I think Dubois definitely is coming back next year, 2026, in a big fight. And I think he deserves to be number 5 because he's still active, had some really good wins, and I'm definitely not mad at Dubois being number 5. Number 4 on the list, Joseph Parker. Now look, Joseph Parker, in my opinion, was number 2 before. He's now number 4 on the list because a few fighters have gone in front of him due to his loss against Fabio Wardley. I think Parker was active before, and I think Parker should stay active. And maybe if he can, if Usyk is not willing to fight Fabio Wardley, then Joseph Parker should try and get the rematch, because I think he can right his wrongs with that fight, and definitely a winnable fight in a rematch. Although it's going to be really difficult for him to win that rematch, because most of the times in the heavyweight division, rematches goes the same as the first fight. So it'll be really interesting to see how Joseph Parker comes back. But I think Joseph Parker definitely moves from second to number 4 on the list. Now, this is where it gets really interesting, and a lot of people have had different opinions about that. Number 3 on the list is Fabio Wardley, not number 2. No, I do not agree with the Ring Magazine, because yes, he's beaten Joseph Parker, who I believe was number 2 on the list and the WBO interim champion. However, if you look at the fighters that Fabio Wardley had beaten, were not at the top level, or were not at Joseph Parker's level. So I cannot give Fabio Wardley the number 2 spot. I think number 3 is fair. I think he's deserving of the number 3 spot, because yes, he's beating Joseph Parker. It's an incredible win. I picked Parker to win that fight, so I am happy to give him number 3 on my list. But I don't think he's number 2 yet. I think he's got to beat a very good fighter on Joseph Parker's level, again, to be able to earn the right to be number 2. Number 2 on the list, Agit Caballero. I think Agit Caballero is definitely 100% deserving of the number 2 spot. He's had an incredible run. I think he's the underdog of the division. I think he's the real boogeyman, and I think that he's going to cause a lot of problems to a lot of heavyweights. His style is an absolute nightmare for everyone. Head and body, really compact, intelligent pressure, and he knows what he's doing, and he hits hard. He can bang. So that's definitely a very good heavyweight there. Wins over Zhilei Zhang, Frank Sanchez, really good wins. And Agit Caballero is going to have a fight very soon, which I think he's going to win anyway. So look, number 2, definitely deserving of the spot for Agit Caballero. Now, number 1 is undisputed. There's no debate here. Oleksandr Usyk is number 1. Tyson Fury should not be in the list, as I've said it before, and it doesn't make any sense. So Oleksandr Usyk, number 1, currently undisputed. All 4 belts in his reign. I think he's an incredible fighter. Oleksandr Usyk surprises me every time he fights a heavyweight, because he gives me something that I've not seen him do previously. So look, Usyk is an incredible fighter. He's a machine, and I think that he's definitely going to stay undefeated until he retires. Hopefully, Usyk has one more fight in him where he gives us a really good performance before he call it quits and sail off into the sunset and spend some time with his family. You guys get in the comment section and let me know what you think about my list, my top 10 heavyweights right now. You might agree, you might disagree. That is absolutely fine. Get in the comment section and let's have a conversation about it. My name is Bright. This is the Bright Show Podcast Boxing. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.